Hi everyone, I'm Magen McLaughlin. I'm the marketing director here at Certum Solutions. I know you're used to seeing Katie on these videos, but today I'm going to take over and I'm going to show you guys what the website builder looks like on OdooERP and take you through how to set up a page. Odoo Website Builder is a tool that comes included in OdooERP. It's one of the many applications that you get. If you're not sure what an ERP is, it's an enterprise resource planning tool that has basically everything in it that you need to run your business. It has an inventory management system, human resources, accounting, marketing. You can do your email marketing, your website. It goes pretty far in. There are a ton of great platforms to build your website, but if your business already uses OdooERP for accounting, HR, inventory, or other business processes, then OdooERP Website Builder is a no-brainer. You even get free hosting and a free domain when you use it. In this video, I'll get you started on how to walk through the key features, show you how to build a page from scratch. So if you're ready to create your business website the easy way, let's jump in. So here on this screen, you'll see the OdooERP homepage. But today, like we said, we're going to go ahead and dive into Odoo Website. All right, let's start with a quick review. So here we have the Odoo Website Builder homepage. Normally, it's not going to look like this if you're just starting, but we'll get into that. Odoo Website Builder is a drag and drop website editor that's fully integrated with the rest of Odoo's ecosystem. That means your website can seamlessly connect with your e-commerce store, CRM, marketing, and even accounting tools, all in one place. And here's the best part. Unlike other websites that require separate hosting, domain purchases, and plugins, Odoo takes care of that for free when you use their system. Just one of the many perks. Now let's look at the interface. So when you open the website app in Odoo, you'll see a clean, user-friendly dashboard. If you're just starting, yours won't look quite like this. So to start, we're going to go ahead and head to the site. Right now you can see I'm just in the normal mode once you get into the app. I haven't pressed edit or anything like that just yet. If you head over to site and you go down to pages, we're going to go ahead and set up a test page. On this test page, we're going to teach you how to drag and drop different blocks, how to set up a page all on your own from start to finish. We'll go ahead and click new because I want to show you guys from the get. So here we're going to click new. All right, so we're going to start from scratch and just go through what the different templates look like in each category. So here we'll start with basic. A few different basic templates. You've got your about. These look to be a little bit longer and more elaborate. We have our landing pages. If you just want a starting point for your landing pages, I love these little templates. It makes it easy when you're struggling with creative ideas and how to design everything. It can be a little overwhelming at first. So I love that this comes like this, similar to Squarespace, where you have some pre-built options to go ahead and just get started and you can go from there. We have gallery, services, different pre-built pricing plan pages, which again, I love. It makes it super easy, especially as a beginner. Some team pages and custom. So for us today, to give you the most out of this, I'm just going to go ahead and start with the blank page. We are going to title this test just for our end, but you can title it whatever you want. And for today's video purposes, we're not going to add this to the menu because our site is published. I don't want to add something that we're testing to be seen by anyone who might come onto our site. But if you're building your site from scratch and you want to add the page, toggle that back on, toggle it off, whatever you want. We're going to go ahead and click create. So from here, this is what it looks like when you're just starting out on a page from scratch. Over here, you'll see some different columns of items. We have our blocks. So for us to start with, we're going to go ahead and click intro and pick this up. Just grab it, click on it, and drag it over. start building from the top, work your way down. So to start with, we have a similar menu that pops up with different items on the left that are similar to what we just saw when we created the blank page. But there are a few more choices, and you can see it from here. Like anyone else who's building a website page, you're always going to start with your intro, all right? So as you can see here, there are a few different ones to go ahead and choose from. To make this easy and to keep this video short, we're going to go ahead and click this one, and it'll just automatically pull up here. You click on it to go ahead and edit what you would like this to say. So testing your website potential. If you want to make anything bold or change the color, you just go ahead and highlight what you want to change. So say we want to change this first 3 words to a different color. You head it over here, and there's different labels for each block. So we're doing inline text. We want to go ahead and change that to yellow. That's how you do that. If you want to make it bold, you click bold. If you want to italic. So you'll see all your different settings here. You can change the alignment. And what I love the most is they make it super simple. So if you're not familiar with website building, everything is labeled properly, really clearly. You can toggle over everything to kind of get an idea of what that's going to do if you aren't familiar. You can add animations to either photo boxes, headings, different items. So we'll go ahead and see what it looks like for this. So say I want every time this section of the page shows up for it to move, I'm going to click on appearance. They have different effects. You can flip in Y. These are just the different type of effects that they have. I will say that my favorite so far is definitely the fade or one of these or the ta-da. Love the ta-da for icons. All right. So then you can go ahead and change the direction. So do you want it to fade in place? Do you want it to fade from right? And it goes ahead and it shows you what it will look like for each one. My personal favorite for most titles and things from bottom. And I always like to change the trigger from first time only to every time. You can go ahead and change the start after time, and you can increase the seconds. You can change the duration that it lasts for. You can change the intensity, different things. So if we want to go ahead and see what that looks like, it'll just move it slower. So there's just so many things that you can do to customize this. It goes really in depth. My favorite thing to do is just to kind of get in here and start messing with things. Before we created our website page, I watched a ton of videos in the Odoo Knowledge Hub on YouTube and just started getting in here and testing with things. If you create test pages and you don't have anything published or index, you're going to be fine. No one's going to see it. Go ahead and mess around and learn. It's the best way to just get your hands in there. This is what that looks like. You could change the background of these blocks. So now that you've seen what the customized theme looks like, you know what the different blocks are. Let's go ahead and go over to themes so you can kind of see where I started. So when you first open up your website app, one of the first things that I think you should do is go ahead and set up your themes. So Odoo has some pre-built themes that you can go ahead and choose some colors that would work nice together. For ourselves, we went ahead and entered in our different branding colors. And like you saw inside of each block, regardless of what themes or colors you have set in your theme, you can always edit each block differently. So personally, I can't stand having to go back to my sheet that has all of our different colors listed out. I would rather have those pre-built into my theme, so that way I can just easily click on one of those colors if I want. And then if it changes some of the other things, I can just easily change that back, already in here. So you have your pre-built color presets. You can switch the themes of your website, the language. You can change the layout if you want it to be full or boxed. I have ours set as boxed. I just think it's easier when you're switching from that mobile view to the desktop view to make sure that everything is going to fit right on the screen. I'll put out other videos showing what those different views look like, but for today we're going to keep it simple. You can go ahead and add in what you want the paragraph font to be, the size, the family, the line height. You can do it for your headings. You can do it for your buttons, how you want things to look like on a link, different input fields for paddings, font size. So again, I think a lot of this is just extremely customizable to your liking, and I just love it. I think it's great. I love how it's just super easy to use. And say you just want to go ahead and start editing fields that you already have. Footers, if you just want to edit something from down here, you go ahead and just click and everything will pop up and you can just go ahead and make changes from there. So now we're going to go ahead and show you how to edit changing an image. So on this block, for instance, if I want to change the image, I'm going to click on the picture that I want to change. And then over here, you'll see some items pop up. Again, we want to make sure that when we're editing something, that it's under the proper label. So for instance, if I click on here, I'm going to see this like this. If I click here, I'll see those pop in for inline text and this whole box in general. But if I click on the photo over here, I'll notice that a tab pops up that says image, and it'll have some different information about the image. So for this one, for example, we're going to go ahead and change it. We'll click replace, and then a screen will pop up with different items that you either uploaded or that come pre-built in. For this tutorial, we'll just go ahead and click this. So once you upload your image, you'll still have different options. You can change the shape that you want the image to be presented in on the website builder. So if I wanted to turn this into a star, I'll click here and that's what it will look like. So they have different shapes. So you have your geometrics, panels, composites, brushed, patterns, all different types of stuff. Inside of the image, you also have the option to add a description, alternative tag. You can add your tooltip, your title tag. You can transform it. You can change the size. You can change the alignment, the shape again, quick alignment changes. You can add a shadow. I like adding the shadow. I think it adds some depth to it and makes it look a little bit more modern and fresh. You can change the position. You can add it as a cover, contain it. I like doing covers so it covers the full width of the actual box. And again, you can add animations. So that's neat. So that's how you replace a picture and add picture blocks. If you just want to add another picture block to add some more personality and depth into this, you can come over here and you can kind of just see it will only let you drag and drop in certain places. But if you want to edit this in a different way, you could click here. Say I just want an image and I want to be able to drag and drop it anywhere on the screen. You go ahead and click there and you click add elements and image. You pick the one that you want, and then you can have more customizable capabilities when you do it that way. And then if I want, I can change adding it to the back, pushing it backward, forward, whichever I want. You can do that with an image, text, or a button. So if when you do the drag and drops from down here of the inner content and it's just not moving where you like it, there's always another way to customize it more to your liking, a little bit easier. Before we move on to the next one, I'll go ahead and show you a few more things. Let's say you want to add the text. We'll go over how it looks like adding from the actual block versus having to add it from the inner content section. So this is what it would look like if you added it from the actual block. And again, you can move it wherever you want. You can customize it however you want. Now you do want to make sure when you are moving things, especially for clickable items, that they are not being covered by any other piece of content. So click on the rest of your items and make sure that there's no overspill, because for something like this, if we save it and this is pulled down and covering this button in this entire section, but at the bottom isn't going to be clickable, which when your website is live could present issues and it's going to prevent you from reaching those customers. So just be careful and always make sure that when you are building things like websites and different items for marketing, that you always proofread and go through and test everything back to make sure that it's good. All right, and the last thing, your call to action button. So here's our button. Show you how to go ahead and edit a button straight from a pre-built block and how to go ahead and add one in and edit it from scratch. So to edit one that's on a pre-built block, we're going to go ahead and click on it. Over here again, we'll see these different labels show up, and we want to make sure that we're on the one that says button. So again, you have your different choices of animation. We'll go ahead and keep that so we can see what that looks like. And then you have your different text. What I noticed when doing these is you have to make sure you're highlighting your text for it to actually show up. So I like the way that mine is set, but if you want to change the font, you could choose here. You could change it to one of your already established header displays. You can change it from normal, light, small. You could add code or add it as a quote. And again, over here in theme is where you set all of those items up to make it a little bit easier and to save yourself some time and just keep everything streamlined. For this one, we're just going to leave it as is. It's a test. You can highlight it. These are the different choices. If you are highlighting it, you can add double lines. So just different options to make your text stand out a little bit. You can change the color, the thickness, different items like that. And then that is set. Now say we want to go ahead and add from an inner content. We go over here, we pick our button and we see where it allows us to pull it. For now, we'll drag and drop it here. Again, you click on it. You can either click here, edit link to edit everything, or go ahead and pop up over here. This field allows you to go ahead and link it to a different page. So you can either anchor it to the top or the bottom, or you can go ahead and press that and it will pull up all other active pages that you have inside of your system. So for us, we have these, but if you're just starting out new, you won't have any of those to choose from. So you'll want to make sure you start fresh on that appointment page or contact us page. Since that's probably going to be one of the most common buttons that you're using, I would start with those pages just so it's easier, so you can go ahead and directly link items and not have to go back and redo that. Again, that's totally up to you, but just my professional suggestion. So for this, we'll go ahead and click it to appointment. So you can change the different styles. Again, you will pre-build those in your theme. You can choose those, or you can choose to customize it. You can choose the different sizes. That's what large looks like, small. We started at medium. You can choose to have it open in a new window. I'm going to show you one more thing. So we're going to go ahead and click save on this. And before we go today, I want to show you guys one more cool trick. OdooERP has really cool SEO built-in capabilities. So what we're going to do next is I'm going to show you how you can edit the SEO page by page. So for this page, for instance, we are going to go to site and we are going to scroll down until we see optimize SEO. Once you get there, click optimize SEO. The page will pull up and it will show currently nothing, but we are going to go ahead and make our title. When creating your SEO title for your page, you're going to want to make sure you do some research prior. Make sure to include any keywords about what's on the page. If you are a local or a nationwide company, use some keywords about where you are geographically. It'll better help others be able to find you when they're Googling, Yahooing, Binging. So you go ahead and fill out your title. We are going to test. Anyway, so that's that. All right. Now you can go ahead and add those keywords that you already did your research on. So for this one, we'll just go ahead and say Odoo to give you guys an example of what would pop up. Now, as you can see here, there's different related keywords and it breaks it down into the different sections of what those look like. So you can see after that when I type in Odoo, it's going to pull that keyword from all these different items on my page. So H1, header 1, H2, header 2, T, D, and C all refer to different HTML tags. So more than likely, it's pulling Odoo because I have it on one of the tags on my footer or my header. If I type in test, since we have that all over, we'll see what comes up. Test is coming up great. It's coming up in all 3 tags. So you just have to mess around with it to see what works best for you and your page. The last thing we'll cover in this optimized SEO section is select an image for social share. This means that when you share an article, a link from this page, this image is generally going to be what others see. Whether you share that on social media with this link, if you don't add a picture, this is going to be the thing that pulls up. Again, ultimately up to your style and what you like. I know for us personally, a lot of times when we're adding things to the social poster, we are usually adding in at least one graphic image or image. So things like this don't really bother me too much. If you're a business that is sharing different links or blogs without adding in an image when adding that to your social poster, or just uploading it to social media or sharing the link, then you'll just want to make sure that you change this so it looks the best that it can. So again, a few more tips when doing SEO. Page titles and meta descriptions are ultimately so important. So you'll just want to make sure that you optimize these. Custom URLs, so important. So you'll want to make sure that when you're creating your pages, you carefully think out what these custom URLs look like to better help navigation while on the website. This can also be really beneficial and SEO friendly. To optimize your website images for faster page loading speeds and image optimization. Use compressed images in alt text for faster page loading times and functionality and better accessibility. Internal links link pages together. It improves navigation and boosts rankings. And Odoo makes this super easy by giving you all the tools you need in one spot. One last thing before we go, let's finish just running through these tabs at the top. So here you have your site. You can navigate to your homepage. You can navigate to the different types of content, whether that be your different pages, the products that you want to input, courses, appointments, jobs, forum posts. You can also set up your Odoo website as your e-commerce site. And here you'll see the different options of items. We'll go over that in the future on another video. Then you have your reporting. You can go through analytics. You can look at just your e-commerce sales, your online sales, who visited your website, and what pages they viewed. All right, guys. So I think on that note, I am going to call this video. And I really hope that you enjoyed it and that you found something useful. We explored the Odoo website builder. We walked through key features and built a page step by step. If you're already using Odoo for your business, then their website builder is a fantastic option. Plus, who doesn't love free hosting and a free domain? If you found this tutorial helpful, give us a like or subscribe, or leave a comment and turn on notifications so you don't miss a video. Thank you for watching. I'll be back soon with another video that dives even further into Odoo website builder. And we might even touch on some of the e-commerce capabilities. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Bye.